Alright, check out that sky. I was wanting to get out here and film that sky with it doing like that and changing colors. I didn't think I was going to get to tonight. There was a storm came up a while ago. There was lightning and dark clouds going by for a while there. We didn't actually get any rain off of it, but it looks like we got some rain coming after a while. So I'm going to pick this up and pan around here so you can see. So that's the west where the sun's setting back there. So we've been getting some pretty skies in the evenings like that. So I'll just do a little pan around here. You can hear the air conditioner, but you can hear the cicadas up there in the trees too. So that's back towards the east there. But I've been taking a little break from going out because it's being so hot. Because it's being 100 degrees and even more. Some days even more right now here. And I work in it every day. So I've been taking a little time and doing yard work and stuff on the weekends. And I can do a little bit of work and I can go in and cool off and go back out and do some more. I can take my time. Like I said, I've been doing a little yard work. I've got a few holes out here in the yard that I've been filling in and planting some grass seeds, and I got to mow the yard tomorrow. And I had a door handle on the truck brake, so I replaced it this morning. It only took a few minutes. So I'm wondering how many of y'all are watching the skies. You never know what you might see in the skies. I seen something the other day while I was working, but I was driving the work truck, so I couldn't stop and film it. But there was a cloud that looked really, really different. And I'm not sure if it was a cloud or if it was smoke, but I think it was a cloud. But it was by itself, and it looked really weird looking. And I wish I could have filmed it, but like I said, I was working, driving the work truck. So I'm gonna set the camera back down here for a moment. Got it on the tripod. I'm gonna set it down here. Film that sky for a few minutes. It's going to be changing colors. I just wish all those power lines and stuff wasn't in the way there. That'd be a real pretty view without that, without all them lines up there. So I've been taking a little time and going through some of my footage that I haven't shown yet, and making some videos from that. And I've also been taking some of my older videos and going down and doing a breakdown on them and showing things up closer, like what I think was a couple of different gray aliens. One that I caught on film in the Green Swamp, and one that I caught on film in Ocala. And then that Bigfoot that I think looks a lot like Patty, the Patty Bigfoot. I was able to do more of a breakdown on that and show it, zooming in more and stuff on it. So I'm trying to do some things like that. And me and Joey were trying to go out at night to that one area that we were going to sometime and doing experiments in the Devil's Creek area where we found the footprints and where we caught that little thing flying around when I was doing the 60 hertz experiment. But these storms were coming up in the evenings and sometimes at night, so we hadn't been able to go out yet. And what the radar is showing, we're going to have some rain over us, a rainstorm here in a little while. That one there missed us. You can still see the clouds from it as it's going away. It missed us. But the radar showing a storm coming over us in a little while after it starts. So I keep trying to watch the skies more myself. And then especially after all those drones and UFOs and stuff that were being seen over New Jersey and then some of the other states, I try to watch the skies a lot. And I think I seen a UFO one day when I was working. I went outside this one house we were working at. I went outside on the back porch, which was it was a new house. It was just a slab of concrete on the back. And that's where I had my saws set up to do all my cutting. So I walked out back there to cut something on the saw, and I saw something up in the sky that I only saw it for a couple seconds, and I'm pretty sure it was a UFO. So something else too I was going to show you. Talk about was the drone footage where on the last video here I just did with where I did the tracking, added my tracking part at the front of it there and a little at the back. That was something I learned from Jason when he was here, the way he was doing some filming. So I did my own thing when I went out by myself, and I had the drone up in the air a little bit there, and I took and did like my own little photo shoot and filmed that little part. I filmed that little part from my that I can add into my tracking stuff. But Jason Kinsey, he was it was really nice having him here. It was really nice. I learned a lot from him. He learned a lot from me. I took him around to quite a few areas, and we didn't have time to do everything I was wanting to do, go to all the places I wanted to take him to. But it was really interesting. He's going to have a really good documentary from that. It should come out probably late this year, maybe around maybe November, December. We'll just have to see. I don't think he's actually working on it yet. He had a couple of documentaries he had to work on before mine, and he also had a couple of speaking engagements to go to, conferences that he was speaking at to go to, and then he'll be working on the documentary where I was with him, where I took him out. So it's going to be really good, really interesting. So I've been showing a little bit of the footage that I had from when he was here. And I got more to show too that I haven't shown yet. So I've still got videos to put together too myself, footage that I've taken that nobody has seen yet. sometimes when it's not as cloudy like this time of the evening, we get a lot of colors that like lights up the whole area, yellowish and greenish and orange. I mean yellowish, and then it'll turn to like an orange and then a purple. The whole sky, so it's pretty cool. And there was some lightning. I don't think you can see it on this. It was more north. The camera's pointing to the west right now. So I just wanted to get out here and film the sky and then kind of show you, talk a little bit, and then show you the sky and talk about what I've been doing a little bit. So I'm just going to keep letting the camera film that sunset a few more minutes until it does get dark. So I was on a podcast here recently, the Monsters on the Edge podcast, and I'll put that in the link here too if you haven't seen it yet. I'll put that in the link. And then also I'll share, if you're in Florida, I'll share this on September 20th. I gotta make sure I got the date right, that I'm saying the date right. But I'll share the link to this. Kathy's doing an event up in Ocala that I'm going to. So if Wynette's up to it, should be their women. I want to definitely want to be there for that. And then later in the year, somewhere in November probably, the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum is going to be opening in St. Augustine, Florida. And they're going to be showing a lot of my stuff in their cryptid section. They're going to have a cryptid section where they're going to be showing some of my stuff, some of Kathy Westerman's stuff. She's going to have some stuff from David Shealy. She said they're going to do several different phases. Like when you walk in, there's going to be one part of it's going to be some of the things that used to be considered cryptids and people didn't think they were real, and then the scientists have come out and discovered and said, yeah, these are real things. And then they're going to have, she said they're going to have a Mothman hanging up in the ceiling, flying around. And they're going to be showing a lot of our stuff that some of us Bigfoot and cryptid researchers are our evidence that we're finding. And they're going to be doing it as this is the evidence here. So it's up to you whether you want to believe it or not. So it's going to be pretty nice. So I'm going to be going to the opening of that. So that's going to be pretty cool, having some of my stuff there like that. So I'm going to let this film a couple more minutes. It's almost dark now. There's just a little bit of orangish purplish colors out there. It's almost dark. But like I said, I've been just doing some yard work and stuff on the weekends, last several weekends. All through the summer, just trying to keep the front yard mowed every week. So throughout the rainy season here, raining all through the summer, like I said, I try to keep the front yard looking pretty good, and pulling weeds and mowing and stuff like that. And then the backyard, I've been trying to, I don't get to do as much in the backyard, but I've been trying to pull weeds and planting some grass seeds and stuff out there, and trying to get it back to looking a lot better than it used to a long time ago. When we first moved in here, it looked pretty nice out back. Hurricane Charlie took my privacy fence down out back, and I never was able to replace it. And then, me and Juanette at one time had made us a pretty big garden out back too, but then work got too busy and we wasn't able to keep up with it. So I try to keep it not looking too bad out there. Chloe's out there she was barking at a car that was going real slow, and she's barking at the guy walking up the street now. I try to watch the skies a lot. I try to watch around the clouds, see if I see anything that don't look normal, don't look right. And I want to get back out flying the drone again here soon too. I love flying that drone and getting footage with it. I got to go back to that corridor, that area in the corridor where I was flying the drone and filming with it, and that they were manipulating it. So I'll put that link in here too. I want to get back out there and fly the drone again and see if they do it again, and check that area again too. Alright, I'm going to turn the camera. That's fireworks. Turn the camera, now that's facing north, kind of northeast. So those clouds you see back there, I also keep seeing lightning back in there. So I'll leave it facing that way for just a minute. So another thing too here I wanted to talk about too with this was I took this video here about a week ago while I was at work, and this was, I was talking about one of the new laws here in Florida, because there's some new laws here in Florida. One of them is that there's no is about the chemtrails. It's illegal to make chemtrails over Florida. Alright, y'all see these chemtrails? So this is now illegal in the state of Florida. So I wonder if they're going to have anybody reporting them. They made that illegal in the state of Florida. The chemtrails. So there's another one. They're trying to prevent that from spraying chemicals in the air in Florida. But I don't know if making it illegal, if that's going to stop anything. And there's some lightning there. So that was one of the new laws, and they was talking about arresting anybody that they catch doing it, any pilots that they catch flying over leaving chemtrails. But it really makes me wonder if they would actually be able to catch somebody doing that. Because I don't think that's like a normal pilot from any airports around here lifting off doing that. So another one was the weather manipulation. So another new law they have is after Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton. Well, they had Hurricane Debbie, we had Hurricane Debbie, and then Hurricane Helene, and then Hurricane Milton last year. So after that, now they did another law saying that cloud seeding, weather tampering is illegal. Any kind of tampering with the weather over Florida, around Florida, is illegal. So a lot of people had discovered that the cloud seeding was a real thing, the weather manipulation was a real thing. And then another law that they put into effect too was the fluoride in water. So nobody in Florida can put fluoride in the waters now. So if you still want to use fluoride, you can still get it in toothpaste and other things like that. Other products that you can buy. But they're not allowed to put it in the water anymore. Because that's a poison. So I just wanted to talk about those new laws there too. And then show you that one video I took over in the sky when I was working that day. There was a bunch of chemtrails. So some people also started changing the name of those. They were calling them like geoengineered trails or something like that. I forget exactly how they said it. But they were changing it from chemtrails because people kept saying, oh, that's just a conspiracy theory. Chloe, ready to go in? Oh, I'm gonna let Chloe in. Alright, I'm gonna turn the camera back here again. Back to the west. And there's just a little bit of orange left back there. So a little while back here when we were in Hudson, Florida, we went to Hudson, and I did those couple of videos of us in Hudson, Florida. And actually Danny and Robin were using my truck to take his boat over there. And when they went to the boat ramp to get his boat, me and Winnet had already come home. The water pump on the truck went out, and Danny sprained his ankle real bad trying to get the boat back on the trailer and trying to get the truck back around to the house they were at. So I went back over there and changed out the water pump there to be able to drive the truck home. And then after that I did a few other things to the truck, a little bit of maintenance. I had a door handle on the driver's side of the truck that broke, and I replaced it. I did a couple other things, just keeping up some maintenance on the truck. So I've just been doing things like that right now until I go out with Joey again, or Rebecca. I'm going to be going back out with Rebecca soon, going to her area with her. And then we have that September 20th, that event. And then also October 11th, there's another event closer here. Closer to where I live out here in Polk County. So I'll bring that up and talk about that again too soon, and put links and stuff in where I can to these things. That way if you're in Florida you can come to it. So that's about it for tonight. Alright, so I'll see y'all soon.